Okay, so I want to say emptiness and being dissatisfied and hurt inside and lonely inside and all these different feelings of emptiness inside and it being irritated and agitated and all these different things come from a result of not knowing Jesus. It comes from a result of not knowing him and not listening to him, because it says, Jesus said in the word, he said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. He is the life. Life isn't something you can go and find in this world somewhere, something you can get from working or get from making money or get from having material things like cars and houses or whatever. Life is Jesus. He is the very life. Life is a substance, and that substance is Jesus Christ himself. And when we don't know him and when we don't have him inside of us, that's the result we get is agitation and irritation and confusion and loneliness and boredom, and all these things come from not knowing the Lord and not obeying and listening to him. Like, for example, one area that chaos has erupted in this world from not obeying the Lord is in the area of marriage. Like Jesus said, God instituted things. A man departs from his parents and cleaves to a wife, and they have children, okay, and they have sex and they enjoy it. But what the world has done is perverted it, and now because of the result of people not wanting to obey the Lord and getting married and sleeping around here and there, you have all these different sexual diseases, herpes and AIDS and all these different diseases that are out there from the result of not obeying the Lord. So I just want to say that, brothers and sisters, you don't have to feel empty inside anymore. You don't have to be irritated or agitated and all these different problems that are going on in your heart, on the inside of you, on the inner person, the you that's on the inside of your body, in your spirit. All these problems and chaos and unrest, all this doesn't have to happen anymore if you would just know Jesus and listen to him and obey him, because he comes to bring rest. His rest you cannot get in this world. His peace you cannot get in this world. So it says that in John chapter 1, it says that he is the life, and the life is the light of men, and in him is the life. He is the life. So it's Jesus that's the life. And life, what is life? Life is peace, joy, happiness, goodness, faithfulness. The fruits of the Spirit, that's life. Death is the opposite. Death is evil and irritation and agitation and selfishness and anger and all those things, and unrest and no peace. All that is death. So when the Bible talks about life, it's talking about the fruits, and when it's talking about death, it's talking about those things that are contrary to Christ. But if you don't have Jesus, if you're not born again, that's why it's important to become born again. Born again means give yourself over to the life, to Jesus, to have to walk in righteousness and the Spirit, and to live a life that's pleasing to God, which is better for us, and it pleases God, and it keeps us away from living like the devil. But all these things can be resolved. The problems of the heart can be resolved by just knowing Jesus, obeying him. So anyway, brothers and sisters, I just want to say that being away from Christ, there's no peace, because peace is a person. That's Jesus. And without him, you don't have any peace. If you don't know him and have him living inside of you, there's no peace. So I just wanted to say that, get close to him. Get close to him. Read the word. That's how you start getting close to him. Read the word and ask him if you read something that, especially in the New Testament, that you read and it hits you. Ask him to make it real to you. And slowly but surely, you and Jesus can be like this. But he is rest. He is the life. And let his life live inside of you, brothers and sisters. The result of not knowing Jesus is the opposite. Is when you don't have him inside of you. There was a word I'm looking for. That's the byproduct. That's the result. All this unrest and no peace and agitation, irritation, all that stuff, the loneliness, emptiness inside, depression, all that is a result, is the byproduct of not having Jesus. Because without him, you can't have something from him without having him. You can't have a piece of him. You have to have him. You have to know him. He has to live inside of you. No Jesus and no peace. God bless you guys. Take care. Peace.